Noah was 24 years old, and he was already tired of living. Not tired in the way people say after a long day, tired in the way that settles into your bones. Tired of waking up, tired of pretending, tired of watching his life drift past him like water he could never quite hold. He had dreams once, big ones, but somewhere along the way, the dreams got buried under blankets, under phone screens, under the weight of 1,000 tomorrows that never came. Noah was not a bad person. He never hurt anyone. He never lied or cheated or stole. But he had a sickness that looked like comfort but tasted like poison. He would wake up and tell himself, "Today I will change." Then he would pick up his phone. 30 minutes would become an hour would become the whole morning. And by the time he looked up, the sun was already setting on another day he had traded for nothing. His room became his world, his bed became his throne, and laziness became his closest friend. But the worst part was the shame. Every night, Noah would lie in the dark and feel it crawling up his chest. The shame of wasted potential. The shame of watching his friends build lives while he built nothing. His mind would whisper, "You are not lazy. You are just tired." And he believed it. He believed it so deeply that he started to hate himself, not the laziness, himself. He tried everything: motivational videos, self help books, new schedules written in fresh notebooks. But nothing lasted, because every time he tried to climb out of the hole, his old friend laziness would pull him back down with the same soft voice. "Just one more day. Start tomorrow. You deserve rest." And Noah would listen every single time. One evening, Noah visited his grandfather. The old man lived alone in a small house at the edge of town. His hands were wrinkled, his legs barely worked, but his eyes were sharp, clear, alive. Noah sat across from him, and his grandfather looked at him for a long time, not with judgment, with something worse: understanding. Then the old man spoke. "Noah, do you know what kills a man faster than disease?" Noah shook his head. "Comfort," his grandfather said. "A man can survive pain. He can survive loss. He can survive hunger and war. But comfort? Comfort will eat his soul while he is still breathing." The old man pointed toward the window. Outside, a gardener was cutting dry branches from a tree. "That tree," his grandfather said, "every year the gardener cuts away the dead branches. If he stops, the dead parts take over. The whole tree dies. You are no different." Noah walked home that night with a weight in his chest, but it was a different weight. He realized something terrible. He had been treating laziness like an illness, something to recover from, something to rest away. But laziness was not an illness. It was a choice he made every morning, every afternoon, every moment he reached for his phone instead of his life. He had been waiting for motivation, waiting for inspiration, waiting for the perfect moment when he would finally feel like changing. But his grandfather's words echoed in his head. The dead branches must be cut every year, every season, or the tree dies. Laziness was not something he needed to fight. It was something he needed to kill. And killing it meant one thing: doing the thing he did not want to do while he did not want to do it. Not tomorrow, not when he felt ready, but now, in the discomfort, in the resistance. Noah did not wake up the next morning full of fire. He woke up and the laziness was still there. The voice still whispered, "Just stay in bed, just 5 more minutes." But for the first time, Noah did not argue with it. He simply recognized it, and he said to himself, "This is the dead branch, and today I cut it." He got up before his mind could convince him otherwise. He made his bed. He did not check his phone. He stood in the middle of his messy room and started cleaning, one thing at a time, not because he wanted to, because he had decided. He learned that day that motivation was a liar. Motivation comes and goes like weather, but discipline is the gardener who shows up even when it rains, even when he's tired, even when the branches seem too many. Laziness does not die in one battle. It dies in 1,000 small cuts. Every morning you rise when you want to sleep. Every task you finish when you want to quit. Every moment you choose action over escape. Months passed. Noah's room stayed clean. His body grew stronger. His mind grew sharper. But more than that, something inside him had shifted. He no longer waited to feel ready. He no longer bargained with his own weakness. He had become the gardener of his own life. The laziness did not disappear. It still whispered some mornings. It still offered him the comfort of another day wasted. But Noah no longer listened, because he had learned the one truth that changed everything. Laziness does not die when you fight it. Laziness dies when you stop negotiating with it. So the question is not whether you feel like changing. The question is whether you are ready to pick up the knife and start cutting away the dead branches of your own life, today, in this moment, before the tree dies. If this story spoke to something inside you, hit like, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe, because your life is not waiting for you to feel ready. It is waiting for you to begin.